Hi everyone, A Loving Soul here. Hope this video finds you well. It's been about a week since we officially announced our reboot journey, and we'll start off by detailing the big highlights and end with a formal equipment update section at the end of the video. Let's get into it. First, let's talk about leveling. Before we get too deep into the leveling clips, I want to talk about all of the Exp Modifiers that I've been using during my training sessions. So first off, I am taking advantage of the current springtime bonus hours. So that's a nice 1.5x Exp when I'm training during the hours. I usually train for about half an hour to an hour when that is active. Next, I take advantage of Monster Park. So if you do Monster Park during Sundays, the box contains Exp goodies. Mostly you get 1.5 or 2x coupons that last 30 minutes or an hour. There are rare drops like Pendant of the Spirit, but I've never gotten that personally. And speaking of which, I got a Pendant of the Spirit from the daily gifts. It's going to expire soon, but when it's active, it's a nice 30% additive bonus. Of course, we have the three holy trinity of EXP link skills. Mercedes, which is a nice percentage EXP link skill. Evan, which gives you rune duration, which is more EXP, as well as the combo orb bonus from Iran. And last but not least, let's not forget about Decent Holy Symbol, which is a nice node you should definitely prioritize crafting if you don't already have it. It gives you both EXP and drop rate. With that out of the way, let's talk about some of the training maps. I tried to train in Western Cave Path 2 from 211 to 212. At the time, I didn't have quite enough Arcane Force to effectively train in Chu Chu Island maps, so I don't like going to below the cave in Vanishing Journey just because it's so popular, especially during an EXP event. You'll find that there's not much burning, the maps are quite crowded, so I like Western Cave Path 2 because I usually found 70 or 80% burning. My damage isn't the highest, so I couldn't really clear the maps all that well, so I didn't mind a little bit more inefficient of a clear. After level 212, I eventually got enough Arcane Force to effectively train at Chu Chu Island. There are a couple maps at the 150 Arcane Force range that I like training at. Biddy Bobble Force 1 and 2 are both pretty good. If you're lucky enough, you can get a Slurpy Force Depths map, which is probably the most optimal. You'll see in these clips that I leveled up all the way from 212 to 219, either in Biddy Bobble Forest 2 or Slurpy Forest Depths. So ending at 219 in this episode, so we're one level away from getting to the next section of Vanishing Journey, which is Lachelein, so I'm really excited for that. Let's talk about milestones now. First off, we managed to finally unlock our pocket slot. We took advantage of the Goblin Coin event store. So usually events have the trait boost potion, depending on what time you're watching this video, which really helps you easily max out your charm. And once you have max charm, you'll get the option to do a quest, which unlocks your pocket slot. So we maxed out our charm, and then the next thing that we did was we went ahead and headed our way to Ardent Mill. And within Ardent Mill, we go to one of the herb patches. I don't think it really matters which one you go to. And we start mining herbs, I guess picking herbs, until we get ourselves the ETC item, which is the rose clipping. With the rose clipping in hand, we hop on over to Hennessy's and head on over to the salon and look for Big Hedward. He gives you the pocket slot quest, which is called Excessively Charming. You trade over your rose clipping and he unlocks your pocket slot. With the pocket slot unlocked, we go over and do Pink Bean in order to get his pocket item, which is probably the best one that we'll get for a while, which is the Pink Holy Cup. Now let's talk about the dailies and the bosses that we've been doing over the past week. So post level 200, one of the most important things you can do to progress your character is to build up your arcane force. And it helps you do more damage to the monsters in the arcane river if you have, I believe the aim goal is to have 50% more arcane force than the required. So let's say an area in Chu Chu Island like Biddy Bobble Forest has 100 arcane force requirement. You want to have 150, so you'll only take 1 damage from the mobs and do 50% more damage to the monsters. I believe that's how it works. So the best way to build your arcane forces through the dailies, in Chu Chu Island in particular, I've been doing a little bit of Hungry Muto party quests. I find it a lot of fun. Essentially, the party quest is all around this theme of building a sandwich to feed Muto so he has the power to beat up the monster. And basically, you go around the map, taking out different mobs which drop ingredients for the sandwich, or different dishes, rather, and you can work with a group of friends in order to do it faster, and it's a lot of fun. It's a bit chaotic, but if you can get friends on a call like Discord, it's a very fun experience. Besides the Arcane Force dailies, we've been doing some Commercy PQ as well as the solo voyages in order to get our hands on some dineros. I really like Commercy PQ because you get, I think, 20 plus dineros a day, very stress-free, very fast. And in order to do that, the prerequisite is that you have to be able to do Herb Town in your solo voyages. So get 2 other friends to do it with you and get those dineros. We need the dineros because there's 2 equipments that we're trying to get out of the dinero store, which is the Sweetwater Tattoo and Sweetwater Monocle. I believe they are the best in slot for us in the mid game, so we're going to work towards that. They're not our main priority right now because we already have some pretty decent Zachem accessories to tide us over in the meantime. Has Gollux been cleansed? Guess not. We're trying to get some reinforced Gollux gear. Superior if we're lucky to get some Helix carries, but solo I've mostly been doing the following routine. Since you get 3 keys to enter Gollux every day, I usually do 2 coin runs. So what I mean by a coin run is that I first kill Gollux's body parts, the 2 arms and the abdomen for 3 Gollux coins, and then I leave. For the final run, after you've used your first 2 coin runs, you finally want to take out the head. You can decide which difficulty you want by changing the number of body parts you take out. The less you take out, the harder it is. So I can only do hard Gollux right now, so I take out the arm. So you actually want to take out the arm because you can safe spot Gollux by hitting him from the opposite side of the arm that you took him out from. It's really up to your personal preference for hard Gollux, but I find this approach a little easier. We have not been lucky enough to get any reinforced or superior gear, but with the coins that you're guaranteed to get from the runs, we picked up a reinforced Gollux ring from the Gollux store, so that's nice. We're finally filling out those ring slots. Other than that, we have been able to do Easy Cygnus, which is a weekly boss, which is a nice little bit of meso. Finally, here's a special section. My friends and I tried doing Chaos Root Abyss together. Let's just say it didn't go too well. We aren't quite strong enough yet, but it was fun practicing the boss mechanics. I think a big thing I took away from these runs is that I really need to lower my transparency. I had a hard time seeing where the bosses were, especially in bosses like Chaos Bonbon, where you have to see if he's shooting out the orb or doing his flap attack. I actually couldn't see where he was on my screen most of the time because Kanna has a lot of summons as well as a lot of particles, and it's very hard to track, so I think I will try lowering my transparency the next time around. But other than that, that's been a lot of stuff we've been doing. I've been very happy with our progress. I can definitely see my Kanna getting visibly stronger as I train and do my dailies, so yeah, that's about it. I'll end this section with a equipment upgrade section. Thank you so much for all of the support in the last video. I really hope you guys enjoy this one and wish you the best of luck, and until next time, hope you enjoyed the equipment upgrades. Peace! Welcome to the upgraded equipment section of the video. We're going to be going over the new equipments as well as major upgrades that we've had since the first episode. Alright, let's get into it. First off, on the totems, you'll notice that we've replaced our strength totem with a Jade Kettle totem from Yew Garden. This is a temporary totem, but it's nice because we get an extra 20 intelligence. Next, we went ahead and got a reinforced Gollux ring from the store using the Gollux coins. Just 10 stars as well as 3% int. We'll probably upgrade this when we get a chance, mostly through cubing and probably getting Star Force later into our journey. We did go ahead and get our pocket slot unlocked by taking advantage of the event. There is a trait boost potion which you can use to unlock your charm, as well as doing the pocket slot quest, and bam, we have our pink holy cup from Pink Bean. It has some relevant stats on the flame, so it has max HP, which Kanna scales off of, as well as a little bit of int and all stat. Pretty nice. We'll probably be doing Pink Bean when we get a chance in order to hopefully get a better flamed cup. Finally, for the left side Crusader Codex, we did Dragon Rider PQ, so we have all skills +1, as well as a very nice ignore monster defense at 30%. In the center column, we went ahead and, thankfully to my guild members, they're a very nice person in our guild, offered to take us through Chaos Root Abyss. We haven't gotten the fan yet, but we have the top, bottom, and hat. They're all epic, and I took advantage of the transfer hammer system, so I transferred over the potentials and stars, -1 on the stars, from the Pencileer gear into the Chaos Root Abyss pieces. So they're all at 6%. The hat, top, and bottom are all at 6% and at 11 stars. Our shoe, we replace our placeholder Pencileer shoe with another placeholder, this Nova Hermes boot, which you can get from normal Magnus. Actually, you can get it from Easy Magnus, it's a little harder to get, or Hard Magnus. Just a little bit of max HP, which is nice. Not a new equipment, but an upgrade in terms of potential. We got our emblem from Epic to Unique. The potential isn't the greatest at 6% magic attack. We do have a okay line at 6% damage. When we get a couple more cubes, we'll try to recube this to at least 9% magic attack, or hopefully it will tier up. We filled in our empty badge slot with the Magnus badge. We were lucky. We actually have a couple of these, I believe. Since I'm not able to use the Gollix set yet, I still don't have any real Gollix equipment. I actually have 7 pieces of the boss set effect, which is just a little bit of extra magic attack and ignore monster defense. Our cloak, we were using a Pencileer cape, I believe, in the last episode, and we got access to join a Hard Magnus party, and we got ourselves our hands on a Tyrant cloak. The flame is okay, as it gives us a little bit of int, as well as a nice 3% intelligence potential. And finally, for these 2 slots, we took advantage of the Goblin Coin event, and we got our hands on a permanent heart, which is the Lidium Heart. And you can see my android right here, the Monuroid. The reason why I haven't put a potential on this is because it is a Lidium Heart, so it's not the most important thing to work on. You only get about 1 or 2% stat, I believe, at rare and epic. So something we can get to eventually, but it's just nice to fill up that slot. And that's pretty much it for our new equipments and upgrades, and all of that equates to 1.1 million stat around in terms of damage, not stat, sorry. So it's a nice upgrade. I think we were around 600k in the first episode, I believe. A lot of this was because, I missed it, which is my Arcanes tab. We have a level 6 Vanishing Journey symbol, as well as a level 5 Chu Chu Island symbol, so that gives us a nice 1500 flat intelligence. And that's it for the equipment section of the video. I hope you really enjoyed it, and see you next time.